that is my setup in the background. I am going to be trying to do things a little bit differently, so ignore that. Today I have a plant design episode, maybe, sort of. I don't know. I think I'm going to include this in my plant design just because I'm redesigning my space and then also designing with plants, but then it's also kind of like a plant chores, things that I've been like putting off doing because I've been too lazy and I just haven't really gotten the motivation to do any of this. So yeah, let's get into it. So first space I want to redesign or reconfigurate, this cloche right here. Yes, I really just want to fix this whole area. I've had this out for like multiple days and I just don't enjoy like how my cloche looks anymore. I don't know what to bring to this area to really strike back that love that I felt for it. Another area, which this is sunscreen. I've been leaving it there for my mom. I just don't really like, and this smells very heavily like carrots, so I'm gonna leave that out. There's also mold, so I'm gonna leave that out to take care of it. Yeah, this is what this area sort of looks like right now. I literally just did this yesterday because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna freaking figure it out later. But right now, this is the only space that I'm enjoying. And maybe over here, this side sort of got a little bit messy. We're actually gonna throw those out on camera today because I am done with string of hearts, and I thought about posting them on like my local Facebook group, but who is gonna want these scraggly old string of hearts? And to set up a whole meetup for that, no thank you. And this shelf a little bit and this shelf a little bit, because I just like, this looks plain. This just doesn't have anything that really strikes joy. I feel like I'm kind of over this whole thing right here. I think what I'm gonna do is do the plant chores today and then just let them sit with me overnight, sort of like figure out what I want to put where, how I want the plant to display in this area. Today I'm also planning on including the wire because I just miss this, like miss seeing plants on this in my collection. I literally only know what one is going to look like, which is my micans. Let me show you the plants that I'm planning on redesigning. First plant is this one. This is leaving this pot. I don't like this plant in this pot. And the reason for this, I'm actually gonna, like, I literally just realized this now, is the proportions. So, proportions in interior design is very, very crucial. Like, for example, this space right here, if this pot was a little bit wider and a little bit bigger, it would have looked so weird next to that. If that pot back there was a little bit taller, actually maybe not taller, I feel like taller would actually look a bit better, but if it was wider and just like girthier, I guess, this whole space would just not look cohesive, because you really need proportions to sort of stream your eye through the design. So like, this plant behind this is good because it's tall. Even though this plant right here is still freaking huge, your eye catches most of the attention onto this plant pot. So it's like your eye goes to the back, which is this plant right here, then your eye goes here, and then your eye goes here. Maybe not like exactly like that, but that's sort of how your brain sort of takes it in, I guess. By the way, this is just what I've learned from like literally designing. I don't know any like textbook stuff or anything. It's just what I've sort of observed from designing. Like, so I think that if this was in like a smaller pot, like maybe even like that, it wouldn't look too bad. But if it was in something like this, if this was out here, I think it would just look really awkward and not good. I don't think I'm going to do that plant design today because I don't have a plant in mind for it right now. I do want to include that design in my space. I just don't know what plant I have that would look good in there. I was thinking about something like my black velvet, but I think I want something trailing to sort of bring your eye downward. This plant right here. Also, maybe a couple plants in here. And then my Snow Queen, why do I keep saying Snow Queen? Marble Queen Pothos. That is the plant that I'm actually going to do the wire method with. And yeah, maybe we'll move some plants over here, but again, that's not going to be until like tomorrow or the next day. 4 plants in total that we're going to redesign, and I am super excited. So let's get right into it. Okay guys, This is the, look at all of that rot. Like, honestly, what, oh, I think I'm gonna throw away this hair, thing, but just like, so, what did I want to do? Okay, so, my Pothos is a little bit rotty. It's been rotting, honestly, and I'm not really focusing on this. Honestly, I've been sort of neglecting this propagation, and I really did love this plant. Like, I really do love the way that it grows, and the variegation on the leaves is very speckly, and just, I really, really love this plant. So I don't know why I'm like putting it on the back burner. I even made a list, and I'll show you guys the list. Maybe I'll put it up on the screen. The 4 displays that I want to do. 1 is a vanda basket. Number 2 is the candlestick holder. 3 is this thrift mug. And the 4th is this Pothos with the wire. And then I also wanted to redo my peperomia, but I don't know what I want for my peperomia. I really enjoy it in the spot that it's in, so I don't really see what I would like turn it into, or like what display I would put it in. What if I put this lower on my jewelry stand? I think I didn't like it because it was too low. But yeah, this is dried out, so I'm gonna take, I think, I'm also kind of nervous because this is the first time I'm redoing this one, and I haven't seen what the Rio situation is like. But before anything else, I think I'm gonna do the micans because I already know this display, I already know what I'm doing. So it's gonna be, oh god, the leaves. This is dried out, so maybe I'll have an easier time. Oh jeez, I'm gonna bring this up here. I was hoping that I would have an easier time, but we won't know. If you guys don't know, well, I guess you wouldn't know because I haven't posted the video, but I did record a video on making this kokedama. I also posted a TikTok on it, and it just didn't come out how I expected it to come out, so I am redoing this, and I think I've gotten a better plan for what I want in this display. So I'm sort of taking it back to the drawing board, and we are going to figure it out. Okay, we're not gonna do that again. I really should have used a more flat surface for this. Oh, come on. And this has like a bajillion freaking things on it. Like, I put cotton string. I put the clear... Where did the other string go? Here we go. I put this clear fishing line. Like, we're just gonna be here all night. But yeah, I just didn't enjoy this. Originally my plan was to put it in a cloche, and I actually recorded it. So I don't want to speak too much on what I did for this one, but I'm going to continue to speak on it because my plan was to put it in my cloche, the cloche that my El Choco is in currently, and it just didn't work out. It didn't look how I thought it would look. I think the plant is just way too big for what I imagined. So no kokedama making today. Maybe another day. Okay, that was pretty easy to find where this started from. I'm gonna unwind this and then I will be back because this is gonna be very tedious and repetitive. Okay, so I got it untangled, and I did take out the soil bin that was underneath. This is what was underneath holding it up. Surprisingly, none of the roots are too bad. I did have, okay, maybe they are. Yeah, I'm honestly happy to get this back in here because it was honestly growing really, really good in here, and I just should have left it, but, you know, I had to sort of pursue that idea before anything else. So yeah, I'm honestly excited to get this back in here just because I really did enjoy the micans in here. It just really gave the cup a lot of character. Honestly, I feel like that's one thing I've really been enjoying, is just like adding character to my space with just the smallest thing. Like, oh, you guys aren't gonna be able to see it, but like right here there is a little figurine that my nephew made out of Legos and stuff, and I glued it up on my wall. Or it's not glued, it's taped up onto my wall with like this Gorilla Glue type of thing. I'm actually gonna water this right after this video. And I just sort of like how it looks. It sort of adds a small little detail to a space that wouldn't otherwise really have that detail. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It honestly doesn't look like anything now, I don't know. I think me chopping it down really did affect it, and I'm also pretty sure that this got sunburnt. I was really sad to see that, or not sunburnt, but stressed out by the light. So I'm gonna water this right after. Now for this, I don't know what I want to put this in. I don't really have like a display in mind. What if I did it in here? I think I just found my saving grace. I don't know how much of a difference this is from this. I guess it has a lot more volume, so maybe it will work, and then maybe we can put the Pothos in here. I'd have to wash this out too. So I'm gonna wash everything out and we will be right back. Okay, so I rinsed them out. I think that I might put this in here. I just don't know how the wire will look in here. And I also was questioning how the wire would look, because a lot of these are stem cuttings. See, this one's a mid cut, and then these should all be top cuts. Yeah, these are all top cuts. So I think that if anything, we'll just have to, this will be one of those displays that we're just gonna have to wait and really see its potential throughout everything. Because right now I just have a lot of smaller stem cuts that won't really vine up the wire. So maybe for now I'll just stick it in here. I am planning in putting this in semi-hydro. I was originally thinking soil for this, but I just want to put it in a cute vessel, so I don't know how that would work. I also wanted to try and put this in here because I just feel like that would look so cute, but I don't know how I would manage that, especially with it outgrowing its pot. I just don't know how I would put this in here effectively. And it's in semi-hydro, so that just makes it a little bit harder. What if I cut back the roots? I feel like I've been like dying to use these, and I just don't really understand how to use them. I feel like this wouldn't look right. It just, and do I really have room to like fit this somewhere? Not really. So I really want to use these. I was also thinking about putting my black velvet in here, which doesn't look too bad, honestly. But like, what am I gonna use to really like pot it up in here, like realistically? So I mean, I do have this cup, which is pretty small, and then I think that I could just like cover it with like sphagnum so it actually looks like it's potted in here. Maybe we should try that. Okay, maybe my Alocasia black velvet is in on this now too. So I don't think I'm gonna do this one right now. I'm not gonna do this one right now either. Right now, let's focus on the Jose Buono. So the Jose Buono is gonna go in here. I think it'll be okay. It might get a little root bound pretty fast in this, but we'll see. While I do this, I'm gonna stay silent and just like let you guys watch me work, I guess, because I don't think that there's anything that I really want to talk about. I just sort of want to emphasize the design and display ideas and just sort of let you guys get creative as well while watching. So maybe this will like inspire something in you and make you want to try something similar. So yeah, this is a Jose Buono, which one of my good friends, Jimmy Gimbal, gave to me. He's actually here on YouTube, at Jimmy Gimbal. I'll definitely link his YouTube channel below. And then this I just got at a thrift store for like a couple bucks. I don't remember how much it was specifically. By the time that this is up, my like thrift haul should be up, so I will link it on the eye for you guys. Okay, so I finished putting it in here. I don't know if I want to do the Alocasia next. I'm kind of nervous to like unpot this one because it does have a new leaf here, this one right here. And I'm also scared of like rot and stuff. I've been dealing with a lot of rot issues on my Alocasias, and I honestly just don't know how this is gonna look below the substrate, so I guess we'll never know until we like take that jump. So yeah, this is gonna go in here, and then it's gonna go in here, which I'm gonna cover up with some sphagnum. I think that the way, I don't know if that'll work. I was gonna say the way that I would be able to see if there's water in it is by looking underneath, but I don't know if that'll work, so I might have to like take it out a couple times. I could also put it in here, but I don't know if this is a little too shallow. I do have this as well. That's also sort of shallow. So maybe, should I try it in here? I have an idea. I also have this, which doesn't have anything at the bottom. Okay. Do you guys think that's okay? I think I might still have to chop this down. I am really struggling to find like the perfect fit, but I don't think I'm gonna find the perfect fit, so I think that this one will just have to do. I'm gonna cut this down a little bit because it is a little uneven. Okay, so just to recap a little bit, I'm only doing this because this Alocasia is in semi-hydro and it's been working great for me, so I don't want to be forced into like taking it out of semi-hydro just for the sake of the look, because I know that if I do take it out of semi-hydro, it's not going to last long. I will probably kill this Alocasia in just sphagnum moss like in here. I think this display would just be way too airy, so it wouldn't really work. So instead of like doing the like most simplest thing, I am actually going to put the Alocasia in here with semi-hydro so that it just works for me. And I feel like that's something that, hold on, that's one thing I've really been trying to focus on, is just like, I don't know how to explain this, but like instead of me using this and putting a plant in here the way it's supposed to be put in here, or like normally put in here, just for the sake of like not doing anything different, even though like I know that if I do the display the way that it's supposed to be done, it's not gonna work for me. And I know it's not, because I've done it before, and also like the plant that I want in here isn't really optimal for how a plant is gonna grow in this, or like the conditions that this display gives it. So I hope that makes sense. And I feel happy that I'm like confident enough in my skill to really like say, no, I'm not just gonna put a plant in here, I'm actually gonna put a plant in this, and then I'm gonna put it in here, because that is what works for me, and I just have confidence in myself that a plant will grow amazingly for me in this, in here, not just like put in here where I know it's just gonna die in like 2 days because I'm not giving it sufficient water. So yeah, I feel very like giving myself a pat on the back because I feel like I'm just glad I have the confidence to really know my skills and trust them. So I really want to be careful with this because there is a new leaf, and we don't want to touch it. I'm really like, let's pray for no rot here. Come on, come on. This is actually doing a lot better than I thought it was. Oh. Of course, there's always the freaking rottiness. Oh my god. I don't know why. Like, the plant is healthy, but like, why do you need to give me rot? What do you get out of it? Nothing. I'm not giving you too much water. In fact, I let you dry out way too damn much for you to be rotting on me for overwatering. Get your act together. I'm over here freaking lecturing my plant like it's gonna listen. I have a cup of hydrogen peroxide here. I'm just gonna put these in here. I don't know what it is, but it's really starting to piss me off because I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Clearly, I don't think it's me. Maybe the plant is just like shedding its roots because I'm repotting it so much, but I'm like trying not to mess with the roots because I have heard that alocasias are pretty dicey when it comes to you messing with the roots. Okay, there's rot right there. So maybe that's why. I don't know. We will see. The roots look really good though, like for what they are. I'm very excited for this whole display. Let me get my pawn out. Okay, so I had to get some perlite out because if you guys didn't know, you're actually sitting on my perlite box. So also let me know if this setup is even worth it. Like I really was like trying to like give you guys the aesthetics and like everything, like the aesthetic background, everything, like the setup, just so that you guys could have like the best angles and all that. But I just don't know if it's really gonna do anything. Like, I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel about this setup. It does take quite a lot to do, and I'm like a little bit scared that like this is gonna fall, but I think, okay, maybe I shouldn't do that. I think it's fine. Come on, there we go. Okay. So, yeah, just let me know how you guys feel about this. I do find it hard a little bit sometimes to like bring the aesthetics along with like getting good angles and like the lighting and everything perfect. So I don't know if this is good. I'm gonna move this over so that you guys can, I'm like scared to put stuff on that side so that you guys can see what is going on. And again, I'm really trying not to mess with the roots too much, in hopes of like getting this to keep its issues together and keep its composure. Okay, so I got it all in here. I think I'm gonna put water in here right away because these roots are very fragile when they're not in water, I've noticed. So I think what we're gonna do is, I think also another thing that I'm gonna try and do with this is keep sphagnum on the top, because I noticed that with pon, the wicking properties tend to be really like sucky, and the top layer will just be really dry. So I'm gonna try and keep the sphagnum on the top as moist as I can. I had to redo it also because some of the roots are really close to the top. That's also another reason why I want to do the sphagnum. I just don't feel confident in the wicking abilities of the pon. Okay, so I have some water here. Actually, I think I'm gonna pour some in here, and then is my hair falling apart? Yes, it is. That doesn't smell very okay, but I'm gonna pour some in here. I do have water in here. This is my drinking water. I'm just gonna water this as thoroughly as I can, and then I will come back when I have everything prepared for the sphagnum. I'm really excited for this to come together just because I feel like when I put my pothos in here, which I will put the video on the eye now so that you guys can know sort of what I've done with this, but I put my Marble Queen pothos in there actually after it rotted. Everything just ended up being a rotty mess, and there was a mold on the top, so that didn't really work out. Here I have it. I'm a little scared to fill this up just because I don't know, I'm just scared. Like I've never really tried anything similar to this, so I'm like, what if this doesn't work out and we end up with like another alocasia that I have to save for like the, what is this, the 4th time? I'm kind of just stuffing it in there because I don't really know what I'm doing, and there isn't really like a tutorial on how to do this, so. But honestly, I feel like I've realized that like for a lot of my designs, there's always, or not a lot of my designs, but when I look at certain designs like a vanda basket, I feel like there's a way to do it. There's a certain way and a certain set of like rules you have to follow or whatever to like get it to be a correct display. But it's like I feel like I've sort of, how do I explain that? Like I sort of assumed that there was a way to do things, and you know, there's, you know, a certain way you have to do this or pot a plant in this vanda basket, but there really isn't. And you know, I'm just sort of trying to figure out how to make this display work for me, and how I take care of my plants. And I'm excited that like, I don't know, I hope that like this just shows you guys the realism. I know Benji Plant just like pots his plants in here, but like I don't think I can do that just because I don't see myself as a person who can realistically care for a plant in this, because I just don't understand how to put a plant in this, especially in like this small of a vanda basket. I think I figured out a way to see the water level in this without having to take it out, and it is simply just to leave a little section at the bottom open, and then you can sort of see maybe where the water ends and how it's doing on water. It might take a little moving around, and if anything, I think I'm gonna take this out. But if this gets too difficult to water, like to be able to tell how much water it needs or whatever, I'm gonna take it out, because honestly, I think that it's just not worth it to struggle with a plant display, because I just don't think it really is worth it to like have a plant that looks good, but like you struggle to really care for it. Not for me, and I just don't really want to deal with that. I got it. Here's what it, oh, let me show you the front. here's what it looks like. I can't figure out how to tell where the water line is, so I've been like filling it with water, dumping it out, filling it with more water, dumping it out, because I can't tell where this freaking water line is and I don't know what to do. Okay, so now I'm gonna work on these cuttings. I am going to be like digging off all of the grossness and the rot off of these, and I'm so happy to see this in this vessel just because I don't know, I really did enjoy this vessel. Like every single plant that I had in here, my micans, my Jose Buono, I almost called it a Paraíso Verde again. I need to calm down. But yeah, this vessel just really does make me so happy, and I don't know why. It's really so different from anything I've ever seen. And by the way, I'm pretty sure this is from like, it doesn't even have like a stamp on it or anything from where it's from, but it has like the like glass details on the front that like, what's the company? The Princess House, I think it's called. It just has so much character and I freaking love it. So a lot of these have been struggling for a while and I just haven't really taken the time to give them the attention that they need. So I am excited to sort of get these cleaned up, and I think that they'll do great. They've just been needing attention and I just have kind of been neglecting it and sort of scrubbing at the nodes or whatever to sort of get them to wake up a little bit, because for Pothos these have been rooting up very, very slowly and I'm not okay with it because you're a Pothos, so act like one. I'm thinking about taking out my Gisenia and putting it in here with the Marble Queen, just because I don't know, I've always wanted to try like the mixed plants. Like I've seen people put all of their Alocasias together or like their jewel Alocasias, and I really, really like that look. And I feel like the variegation is like opposite. Like this is like white on green and then this is like green on green, so I feel like it would look really cool together. So I think I'm gonna do that too. Another reason why I wanted to do that is because with this Pothos I can actually put the wire in there and feel okay with it. Actually that got me thinking, before I get into any of the scrubbing, I'm actually gonna seal this off again because I put it in the substrate by making like an L, and so this has clear nail polish on it, and what I did is I bent it and the clear nail polish on this corner snapped off, and so to not get it to rust, or so that it doesn't rust, I'm gonna try and use this E6000 to seal it off before I start to really put this together, because I don't want this to rust at all. Jesus. So I'm literally, oh god, why is this stuck? Oh, there we go. I just dipped the whole thing in there, and now we're gonna let it dry. Okay, so I got that all cleaned up and I moved it to the side. Now I'm gonna unpot this. The one thing that I was scared of, to be honest, is that without the Gisenia in here, it just won't, it's not gonna give the same, and I feel like I'm gonna have to remove this stick and sort of sacrifice this display for the other display. So yeah, I will just have to see. I'm also really, really nervous for this freaking Rio because it hasn't rooted, and I'm like waiting. Oh god. I'm like sitting here hoping that it is, but being realistic here, I don't think that this is gonna survive, and I think that I'm gonna remove this leaf pretty soon because it's been 4 freaking months and still no roots. Maybe I should try putting it in my prop box. Maybe I'll try that. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. Right now, I need to take this apart. Last time I checked, this Gisenia was very well rooted in here, so I'm not nervous for that at all. Ooh! Okay. Yes. Ooh, okay, that's scary. So this is what the Gisenia looks like. Another thing that I'm now realizing might be a problem is that that vessel might be too big for the root amount, but maybe I'll just put in less water. Just for the sake of keeping things like transparent, I'm gonna show you guys. Oh, I'm gonna show you guys my room and all of its glory. Yeah, I went to bed like this yesterday. I was so exhausted. This was the whole setup for like the displays and stuff. But I'm gonna clean all of this up. Probably not on camera because this video is already really long, and then we will redecorate, and I still have to prop this up onto the wire. I honestly did not have it in me yesterday to figure this out, and I'm not even sure that I really like that, to be honest. Okay, so I do have something to do in a little bit, so I'm gonna try and make this quick. I did clean up, so now I just have this to fold, and my cat, I just have this to fold later today, and yeah, I fixed everything here, but now I have to figure out, I know my desk is such a mess right now, and like nothing is really displayed how I want it right now. Also yesterday I realized, also look at my leaf, I'm so excited, but yesterday I realized that I have some algae growth, which honestly, I know some people like take algae as like something bad, but honestly when I see algae, especially with this grow light, it just sort of makes me feel like my plants are getting the sun that they need, because this isn't actually a grow light, it's like a desk light. But yeah, I don't want to talk too much because again this video is already really long. Can we just talk about like this ray of sun coming in? It's so cute. Okay, so I finished setting everything up. I don't know that I like some areas. There's like some iffy spots here and there, but overall I think this is what is going to work until like I can get like my Anthurium to get a little bit bigger. I think that this is going to be probably the best option. So I freaking love the peanut M&Ms, and I'm really craving something sweet right now, so I'm gonna eat a couple. The one thing that I cannot figure out is this freaking wire. That's why I have so many freaking cavities. My god. So that if any of you guys decide to try this, you can sort of do it yourself. So I like the way that this like bottom part is, because it's gonna be like this, and I'm gonna give you guys some tips right here right now to get the wire smooth, because at first it's not smooth at all. Like there's a bend in this corner right now that I've been trying to get out, and then like oh sorry, I whacked the mic. And then like, why is my light so strong? Sorry about that. Maybe a little bit brighter. But I have like a couple bends right here that I've been trying to get out. So all you do to really get those like smooth lines and no bends is you just like, almost like if you had like, you know, when you're trying to curl ribbon and you use the scissors to like get it curly or whatever, that's sort of what I'm doing, but with my fingers. So like you just want to like strip it down, not that way, but like you get what I mean. You just press your like, I don't know what it's called, but you just like pull it and squeeze your finger against it, and then it'll go. Like there will be no ridges, no nothing. And so I am gonna try. And you can kind of work with it. Like right now I just sort of created a bend right here. Jeez. I'm surprised my cat isn't playing with it. She usually really likes it. Jeez, I think the first time I did this, it took me so long to get the shape down, and I don't remember what I did, but I just remember it taking so long to get to a point that I liked it. I just feel like there's too much going on down here, and I'm not really here for it, but I guess we'll see. It could grow on me, but I really hope this video isn't too long, because I just want this video to be as like easy to take in as possible, and I don't want people like not doing this or not paying attention or like not watching the video just because of how long it is. I also was thinking about that the other day. Like someone commented, like it wasn't anything rude or like anything or like said in a bad way. It was just sort of like I don't remember what they said, but they were like, hey, you surely know a lot about plants and your plants are beautiful, but like YouTube recommends like shorter videos to like people. But it's like I get that, like people want to grow so they do shorter videos, but like I don't want to attract the wrong audience, because it's like I'm just like doing it because I know I enjoy it. Okay, this is what I got before I go off topic real quick. And honestly, I've already done this 3 times, so practice definitely makes perfect, and this is not perfect by any means. Like I still have some ridges, but I'm not really gonna pay attention to that. I just want to get this potted up. But yeah, the person also, I'm struggling to get this to stay in its pot, which is another thing that I'm realizing. I also tried to like help it by like putting leca in it, but I don't think that really did anything. But back to what I was saying, the person wasn't being rude like at all. They were sort of just trying to help, but they were like, yeah, like YouTube recommends shorter, like I think they said like 5 to 10 or to 20-minute videos. They push it out more, and I was like, I don't think I replied. I just sort of liked it and let it be, because like I understand doing, oh my god, my head looks like a freaking potato. I understand doing things to like help grow, but like I definitely want to grow, and like that's not what I'm saying by any means. It's like I don't want to grow, but I think it's just about attracting the right audience. Like I don't want to sit here and like change my content to just get people to watch me and like get me to money quicker or whatever. Like I'd rather just do what I'm enjoying and have people who authentically enjoy my content and aren't just like here because, I don't know, I just feel like doing 5 to 20 minute videos is just not me, and I feel like it hasn't really been me. Like, yeah, it'll help me grow, but like how far will that really get me if my audience just doesn't enjoy what I like longer videos. Hold on, I need to get my little wire. But like, I don't know, like I want to create content that I know I enjoy as much as my viewer enjoys, and it's like, if you like, not to say that this person didn't enjoy my content or whatever, but like if you aren't also, I'm using this thinner wire to attach it. You don't have to use this, you can use like twine or like whatever you have at home. I just have this in my kit. Like, my sister got me like a jewelry wrapping kit, so I'm just using this, and this is what I have. But if you have anything, I would probably end up using twine if I didn't have this. So you could try that. I haven't tried it, and I don't think it'll like decompose. Oh my god, this wire isn't sticking. Here we go. Is that it? I think I got it to stay. Okay, so I'm using, please tell me you guys can see, there's 3 pieces of giant leca like holding this together. Whatever, I am over it. But yeah, I feel like it's just about attracting the correct audience. Like, if you personally don't enjoy longer videos, then my content is probably not for you. If you personally enjoy like 5-minute videos of like shortened down information, then my videos are probably not for you. Just like, I don't want to like dim here. Let me show you guys what I'm doing as well as like me talking, but I just don't want to like change how I am or how I create my content for like growth, even though that's probably not the smartest. Like, if you want to grow, like, you should do your best to like grow, but it's like, I feel like that's just like looking for money, and I don't know, I don't, not really. Oof, come on. Like, I would appreciate the money, but it's like, I'm not gonna change how my content. Oh my god, I can't wrap this. I think I'm only gonna wrap the Gisenia, because I think the Gisenia is the only one that's long enough to do it. I was like trying to think of a word. But yeah, like, of course that freaking happens. Okay. But yeah, I hope this is making sense, and I'm not like trying to call anyone out, because like, if you don't enjoy long videos, then you just don't enjoy long videos. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. I don't know how to really go about it, because don't get me wrong, I do want to grow, but it's just, I don't want to change the way I do my content, because I know a lot of people in the plant community enjoy long videos, and it's what I enjoy personally. Like, if I see a 30-minute video, I'm gonna be a little sad, because I feel like 30 minutes are so little, especially, and I think the reason for that is because I feel like the reason why I enjoy longer content is because I usually do my plant chores, and I will watch, like, I watch a lot of Unplanned Parenthood, You Don't Even Grow Here, there's another person that I'm not thinking of. I also watch Benji Plant, but he doesn't really release like longer videos. I think he just recently released like a longer video. But yeah, I just really enjoy like sitting there and feeling like I'm doing my plant chores with someone else, and it just sort of motivates me to, I don't know, ow, jeez, come on. It's just like, I don't want to be watching like 15-20 videos of like 5 minutes. Actually, I think it would be like more like 50 videos of like 5 minutes of content, and then like having to stop, look for another one, and then like after those 5 minutes are done, having to stop my plant chores, go get the controller, change it, whatever, grab my tablet, change it. It's just not optimal for when I'm doing plant chores, so I don't really, I don't know, I just don't really watch that sort of content. Even when I'm like sitting on my phone. Lately I've been trying to stay off of TikTok, so I have been going on YouTube a lot, which I feel like has actually helped me a lot. Like, the reason why I wanted to get off TikTok is because I felt like I was going insane. Ow. Ah, that hurt. Yeah, I felt like I was going insane, and like I couldn't put together a sentence, and I think that that's just because TikTok was creating a short attention span. And so recently I've been trying to stay off of TikTok, and honestly it feels pretty good. Like, going back on TikTok, I'm like, why, like, this app does not make me feel good. Like, even when I wasn't, like, it was just loading up and I was like, yeah, this app just doesn't make me feel good. Why would I stay or like continue to watch it? And like, no offense to like anyone who uses TikTok. If you use TikTok, good for you. I still do go on there sometimes, but like after getting off, I'm just kind of like, okay, mama, come here, Ben. After like getting off of it, I'm just like, why was I so addicted to this freaking app? Hi, baby. What are you doing? Look, do you see it? Look at the wire. Do you see it? Look. Yeah, this kind of looks a little bit crazy. I don't think it'll look okay until it starts to grow up the vine. And just like imagine a cute little pothos up here. Like all of this bushiness, but like brought upwards. This is definitely a trust the process. Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm sorry if you can hear my background. My cat has been having some issues. I don't really want to get into it because honestly this week has just been, it could not have been more stressful. But yeah, I don't want to talk about it right now. I did film the end of this video, but I just didn't like it, and it was way too, it was just stretching the video a little bit longer than it needed to be, and this video is already pretty long. But I just wanted to give you guys some updates on all of these designs currently and where they are at. All of the designs have, except for 2 of them, have pretty much stayed the same. One of them I didn't even show you guys in the video because this video was just getting so long that I had to cut it out because it wasn't really a planned design, it just sort of happened. So let's start with my favorite at the moment. Yes, above my Jose Buono, it is my Alocasia Black Velvet. I actually posted this on I posted a TikTok with it. I've posted plenty of videos like on this channel too with it. I freaking love this plant so much. I see it every day and it just makes me so freaking happy. And like, I was looking at it today and I was like, this plant is literally like almost a silver plant. Like, you can kind of see the bluey, like silvery hues in some lights like this. I'm sorry if you guys can hear my background. I kind of have to like move this along because it's already 7 o'clock and I have to upload this tomorrow, so I gotta get a move on. But this plant is so blue and I'm like, how am I enjoying you right now? Like, how am I okay with you being in my collection? Like, I don't normally enjoy blue plants, so this is a big, or like cool toned plants I should say, but I love this plant so much, and this is definitely one of my favorites. I water this whenever the sphagnum is dry. I watered it yesterday, and honestly it has been the best it's ever been, and I'm so happy. I love this, and I don't think I'm ever gonna change this display just because it is definitely one of my favorites by far. Next one, my Jose Buono, which you guys saw me put a lazy moss pull on it in the last video that I uploaded on Tuesday. This actually does need a water. I think, yeah, I was waiting for the moss pull to dry out a little bit more, but it is just so freaking cute. And look at the new leaf. I'm kind of sad that the like white parts sort of, there's a word for when like foundation turns a different color on you. I don't know what it's called, but it just changes to a green pretty much, and I kind of don't like that. Like, I want to give me all the white. I want to see some white in here. But yeah, I freaking love this plant. I always will have a special place in my heart for this plant, and I am so happy that Jimmy gifted this to me. And I say this every time I like introduce this plant to you guys. I freaking love this plant to death, and I'm so happy that Jimmy gave it to me. Yeah, so it's still the same design, everything except for the lazy moss pole. Next, this is I don't even know what to call this. When I make like a list when I water, and I just put Tom for like Tom and Dama, but it's not really a Tom and Dama, it's just sort of an arrangement of 3 plants, but it sort of just happened. It wasn't like organized, I guess. But this is doing amazing, like amazing, so amazing. I love this plant so much, and it's giving me so much growth. Here is a new epipremnum leaf, or marble leaf. Here is a new albo epipremnum, and then here is the new heteroecium. I put this like right up against where my Pilodendron is, right up against the light, so it is gonna grow so amazingly. And I love the heteroecium because the new, like the variegated growth comes in like this reddish coppery tinge, not like thripsy sort of stuff, but it just looks so good. And I actually just noticed that this leaf is all the way out. It wasn't all the way out the last time I checked, but yeah, I love this one so much. My micans one, Jimmy did give me some micans, so I am just like, I love me some micans. And I just, if you guys would have seen this before, it had this full micans in. It literally had like 4 leaves in this big old pot with 4 leaves. Like, can you imagine? I can't even imagine that. But yeah, I love this. It kind of reminds me of like old ladies and like their hair when it's all like, you know what I mean? I don't want to offend anyone, but yeah, anyways. And this one I did change the cup. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not enjoying this as much as I want to be enjoying this, but good news, these are all rooting in here very amazingly. Like, look at that. I don't know who that's coming from, but the last time I checked, or when I switched out the container, they were all rooting pretty well. No new growth yet. Even the Jasenia is a little bit like, I'm not seeing anything. That is it for the plant design number 9. It's kind of like Plant Design Plant Chores because I also did some other stuff besides, like, you know, this. Like, I didn't even mean to do this and it just happened, or my Alocasia either. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys try any of these. I am really excited to see some of your guys' bonsai creations. I don't really want to call this bonsai because it's not necessarily bonsai, but you get the gist. Yeah, let me know if you guys try anything, and how you enjoyed this video, things like that. I really hope it's not too long, but I appreciate every single one of you guys, every comment, every view, every like. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you enjoyed.